Alright, so hey everyone, I'm gonna make a video about how to buy a used two-stroke outboard. So we're assuming that the outboard runs. They say, oh, it runs good or whatnot, and you're looking to purchase maybe your first outboard. So I'm gonna use mine as an example. So what we're looking for, make sure you know, is it remote or tiller? We're gonna look at the cowling. Make sure there's no damage on the cowling, you know, just visually inspect, you know, make sure there's, you know, no chips here like it hit something for the lower unit. Just visually inspect around. So now we take the cowling off. Okay, so look at the seals in the cowling. So if it still has its seals, that means it's you know, keeping out the water and all the bad stuff. There's like there's a wasp nest in there, but yeah, just look at that. Yep, so that's all good. So now we are here. So just most important, look at the block of the engine. Make sure, you know, the paint's still on there. So if the paint looks like it's been cooked or melted off, that means this engine is probably overheated. But right here there's some chips. It doesn't necessarily mean it's overheated, it's just a sign. And you know, just keep inspecting, make sure there's like no melted wires or nothing like that. So we're just checking everything, just looking. Okay, so next what we want to do is look at the lower unit. We're going to see if has forward, neutral, and reverse. So all we need to do is put our throttle forward. So let's see, we'll check the lower unit. So forward, yep. We'll do neutral, check for neutral, yep, neutral. And finally we'll do reverse. Yep. There we go, reverse. Trying to do it one hand. So reverse it. Let me try that one more time. There we go. Reverse. Yep, reverse. Good, so now we know that forward, neutral, and reverse works. So we'll put it back in neutral. Okay, so next, when you're buying a used two-stroke outboard, what you want to do is see if you can get a flathead screwdriver. You're going to loosen this bolt and just let a little bit of the gear lube come out. It should be black, which is a good sign. That means it's you know, there's no water in it. So you're looking for, like, if it's like cloudy or white looking or like in like a milkshake, that's a bad sign that the lower unit is water's getting in it. So make sure there's no water in the lower gear lube. If you can, you know, sometimes you can't get it off, maybe it's just like frozen or stuck or whatnot. You can also check for the sacrificial anode right here. It's not a deal breaker if it's gone or not. It's just helps with resisting corrosion for the outboard. And you know, just look for wear, make sure, you know, the skeg's not broken. Okay, so next, once you go check out a outboard, you're going to bring a compression gauge, because you want to know if the engine can make compression, so you have a healthy engine. So we're going to do a compression check. Okay, so I took the spark plugs out, which will be required for the compression check. So bring a socket and a ratchet so you can get them out and just visually inspect them. Make sure they're not like burnt on the ends or like too black. So these are perfect examples of how spark plugs should look in a normal operating engine. So we got our spark plugs out. Next we need to get our compression gauge, and what we're going to do is screw it in the holes, spark plug holes or whatever, and we're going to turn over the engine. Okay, so when buying the outboard, if the owner, let's just say he or she says you can't do a compression check, just I would avoid the outboard because they're trying to like hide something. So next we're going to turn over the engine. Oh. So I'm getting about 120 maybe. Let's check one more time. So maybe, so it's looking like 115 on top. So when you check the compression, what we're looking for is make sure there's no variances in the numbers. So we don't want our compression to be more than 5 or 10 psi off from each other. So if the top cylinder is 115, the bottom one, for a good running engine, it should be 115 or 120 or maybe even 110. Those are all acceptable numbers. So the compression specs, they just depend on your outboard. Like different models and years have different ranges of compression, so you need to look that up before you go and buy the outboard you're interested in. So we're going to turn over the engine again for the bottom cylinder. So and the bottom cylinder is 120. So 115 on top, 120 on bottom. So that is a healthy running engine. So we're going to put everything back. All right, next we would have the owner start the engine. Actually, before he even starts it, just ask him when was the lower gear lube service. Just ask him like just normal questions. When were the spark plugs changed? Ask when the water pump is changed as well, so you know how long the water pump's been in there. That pumps the water up through the engine block to cool the engine, very important. And now you would just have him start it. Verify that the water comes out this little outlet. Verify the engine's cooling down, make sure water's coming out of it, and have him run the engine for about just 10 minutes at idle. Go through all the gears as it's running. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, I got my water on. I'm going to do forward, neutral, and reverse, and we're going to verify water is coming out the telltale, and that'll be it for your inspection for buying a used 2-stroke outboard. You can have them turn it off, and you can have them start it back up. But that's all you really need to check for when buying a used outboard. So I hope this helps you guys if you're in the market for buying a 2-stroke outboard. I hope this will give you insight and things to look for when you're trying to purchase your first motor, or maybe your second one. So like, comment, subscribe. Catch you in the next video.